I'ma put you on, nephew.
I don't.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Miss, I've been hitting up McDonald's for years. Now it's back. We need snack wraps.
What's a snack wrap?
It's the return of something great.
Snack wrap is back.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday, July 12th, and welcome to the Two Scotch Funk Worldwide Lounge. And to get my ass up in gear, because it is blowing thunder up here, and that's when all of the millions of dollars worth of penis boats, we'll call them, race up and down the lake for charity. They do a great job. They do raise a lot of money for good causes, but there's a lot of backwards hats, a lot of gold chains, mirrored sunglasses, and tank tops. It's pretty impressive. And honestly, from my spot here, I was going to fly the drone out over the lake and see if I could catch some of them ripping up and down, because it is pretty cool. There's a lot of horsepower. Very cool stuff. The turbine boat, I mean, you hear that thing coming down the lake, and it's flying. It's so cool. I just got to make sure I'm real careful. There's usually a chase helicopter, and I don't want to be in the way of that. So we'll see what we can come up with. The title of today's episode is kind of a mix. It's going to be, we'll find out when I'm done. I'm going fast enough, you stay behind me. I think that's the title of it. Yes, there's a very specific reason that I'm doing this. It was because I was driving home from Alpena. I think it was Wednesday afternoon, late, and there was a guy in a Mustang convertible driving about 52, doing nothing wrong, not a thing. And this was the second incident, so we'll go with this one first. But he's driving along about 52, and I'm looking for a pass. Of course, as he sees me in the mirror, he hugs the center line. Like, dude, don't. And some of my police friends said, all you got to do is move to the right. They'll see in the mirror, and then they'll move to the right. Make your move. So I do that. And finally get a clear run to go around. And, of course, he's got his hat on. And mother in the right-hand seat's got her big floppy sun hat on, blasting her in the face, trying to hold it down. Looked like a great deal of fun. And, of course, when I go by, now think about this. When you check your speed, if you're just driving along, you want to make sure you're doing the right speed limit. Do you lift the hand as if to demonstrate to yourself how fast you're going? Or do you do that when someone's passing you to indicate, hey, I just checked my speed. I'm going fast enough. I don't know why you're passing. Yeah, that's what he did. The old hand up like, oh, apparently I am going fast enough. I don't know what your problem is. Now that was incident number 2. And it's part of what inspired this, but the one that I'm going to talk about next is the minivan. This guy. The minivan guy. He's in charge. Retired Mustang convertible guy demonstrating his proper speed and driving ability by raising the hand and saying, oh, goodness gracious, I am going fast enough. That was important. I get it. You're in charge, but good day, sir. This one, the minivan guy. This is the day before. I was headed out to Dad's shop. Hot day. Not in any rush. I didn't have to be anywhere in time, but I also know I didn't want to drive 53 miles an hour for 25 miles. So I thought, okay, I know what happens here. And I'm certain you've had this experience. You're driving along at 52, 53, 54, and then you get to the passing lane, and all of a sudden it is a goddamn drag race. So with my new car, I have just enough horsepower to pass a 2001, Dodge Caravan, however old that rusted out piece of shit was. Not that I'm saying I'm better. I've had some rusted out pieces of shit, but this car is not. So I'll play the game. And I followed, and I stayed in the right lane, and we kept going faster and faster and faster. Now, mind you, we entered the passing lane at 53 miles per hour. We ended the passing lane at 73. Okay, I'm in. I'll pay the ticket. Let's go. So we get through the passing lane, and what do you think happens? What happens once we clear that little stretch of what is supposed to be traffic clearing highway? If you guessed that we continued to speed up and continue our race, you are wrong. We started to decelerate almost immediately, and we got right back down to 52, 53 miles per hour. And I'm in it. At this point, I'm in no rush, but I am in for the game. So we get to another clear stretch, and obviously I smash the gas and, what do you say, skinny pedal down. And of course he'd tried to speed up. And as I go by, I get the middle finger. Now here's this asshole giving me the finger. All I wanted to do was clear him, but he didn't want that. I could tell by looking at him, he's miserable. He's not a happy person. Generally, happy people don't whip the bird out unless it's to one of their best pals. And clearly I did not know this man. We were not best friends. So here's this miserable son of a bitch giving me the finger because I had the audacity to pass him. Now I started trying to put this together. Like, what did this mean? Why do people behave like this? This is not an isolated incident, not the middle finger part, but the speed up in the passing lane. That happens a lot. And I can't be the only one that notices that. It's got to be a natural phenomenon that needs to be stopped, along with people that don't use their cruise control. If you don't use your cruise control, by the way, you're a menace to society. Punch the button, stay at speed, we'll navigate around you. Thank you. So I've got 15 more minutes before I get out to the shop. I wanted to kind of pull this event apart. Now, I played my role, of course, but here's what I'm thinking. Here's a guy, did not picture his life ending up the way it did. He's in charge, and as long as he can keep me behind him, he's the boss. He's in charge. He's got this whole scenario of a person he doesn't even know, doesn't give a shit about who I am. He'd have done it to anybody. It wasn't just me. I'm thinking, okay, here's a guy that's so miserable in life. The only thing he's got control of is who's behind him. It's not because he's doing anything great or wonderful or terrific, but his life isn't the way he wanted it. He's going to keep people behind him, come hell or high water. And if they do get around him, he's going to do what he can to make their life miserable, however momentarily. That finger didn't bother me. I've seen it before. And then I started to pull this thing apart even more. I had 15 minutes, and this whole thing came together pretty quick, and I had to stop and pull over and make some notes. But I also thought about this. Now, okay, the passing lane. There should never be a cop in a passing lane, ever. There should be no speeding tickets given in a passing lane just because of this kind of thing. I should be able to if I have to go 85 to get around this jackass so that he can slow back down 35 miles an hour. Bye. Hello, officer. Thanks for keeping us safe from crime instead of revenue generation. But I think, okay, there's places like here on the west side that there are miles of turn lane. With the population increase we've experienced over the last 25-ish years since we moved here, you don't need turn lanes. You need 4 lanes to get people from A to B in an efficient manner. I'm not a traffic expert, but I can use some common sense here. And then you hear everybody, oh my God, road rage is off the map. I just don't understand it. It's because you're jamming everybody together behind that asshole in that minivan that's in charge. And there's nothing you can do about it. If you're there, you're stuck. Like Charlevoix to Bayshore, like 10 miles, 8 miles. If grandma that goes 25, now Charlevoix has got turn lane in the center instead of 4 lanes, so you cannot move. You're pinned. If they decide to go that speed all the way to Petoskey, now you've got people making bad choices. You get people trying to pass. You get people upset. And then I thought again, okay, we're going to control the situation. The experts are in charge. They tell you, the experts are being society, the traffic being humans, and everybody's doing their thing thinking, okay, I'm in charge. I'm being told what to do. I don't like being told what to do, but I'm going to tell everybody else what to do. Oh my God, no wonder people are upset. So this is kind of the analogy I came up with, this traffic thing and human beings. There are people that are so miserable with their choices. Their lives are miserable. It's all due to their choices, but they don't want to accept that. It's not fun if you accept responsibility for your own life, your own choices, your own where you are. So, okay, I'm going to make sure that I stay in charge. I'm going to stay out front. I'm not going to let someone that has been behind me for a couple of years pass me. I don't want them to get better. I'm only happy if someone else is miserable. Now, mind you, I don't care about what happens behind me. I don't care about the traffic jam behind me. I don't care about the accidents and the collisions and the crashes. I care nothing about what happens behind me because I'm in front. I'm in charge. Now, these people's happiness is predicated on someone else's unhappiness, and they will do whatever they can to keep them unhappy and miserable. The collateral damage, like I say, the collisions behind them that happen, inevitably. It's not the dumbass out front that has no business being in front, has no business leading. They don't have enough wherewithal to look beyond their own face, and yet all the crashes, the collateral, the damage that they cause behind them, they don't care. Now, have I been that miserable guy in a minivan? Hypothetically speaking, yeah, absolutely. Did I like to see other people miserable? Some. But was my happiness based on the minivan I was driving? Or was it the place I was going and who I was traveling with? Did some people want to get out of the bus? Yeah, and they did. And now they're in the piece of shit minivan in front of me. But only for a little bit. If you think about this, and I'm trying to make this come out the right way, your vehicle that you travel in, your vehicle is you get better and shinier and newer and more attractive and happier because you are truly happier. And that minivan person that maybe they've got a newer car, maybe it's a shiny car, but man, as time goes on, that car stays the same and gets worse. It gets rusty, it gets shitty, it gets beat up because the person inside isn't taking care of that car or them. They're only focused on putting a ding in yours. Now, what the people with the shitty car don't realize is the reason yours is staying better than theirs is because you're doing the maintenance. You know, some people use church or AA or therapy or all kinds of different things. You know, you can do your meditations, you can read, spend time with your friends and family, but you're doing the maintenance. And part of your maintenance doesn't mean being angry and pissed off and running other people down. Sometimes it's just being happy because you're happy. No reason. You don't have to wake up like, oh my God, I'm happy today because I won the lottery. Nah, I'm happy today because I woke up. I guess this whole story about being behind people that want to be in charge and shouldn't be. There are just people that have no business being in charge. They hurt people. They don't care about what happens behind them as long as what's in front of them, which would only be as far as their nose, is happy and looks okay. That's all they care about. So here's my closing thoughts. The only thing you can do, you can't jump in that van and take the wheel and pull them over and say, what the hell's the matter with you? You can't do that. What you can do is make sure that your vehicle is in tip-top shape, tuned right up, always ready for action, always got good tires, always ready to pass because you got all the horsepower in the world and traction to match it. Get around them, leave them behind you. Don't let them put you in a position where you crash. Don't let it happen. I'm glad I stopped to take notes for this one because it's got a dual purpose. It is about people, how they drive, and it is about how people treat people. Kind of matched up nicely because there's some of us that might recognize the people I'm talking about in this one. So there you have it. Skinny pedal down, leave the other ones in the dust. Put them behind you a long ways where they belong. That's all I got for this morning. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope the weather is beautiful, and if it's not, I hope you stay beautiful and you work on your car. Or you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.